Hi and welcome everyone. Lisa here. Thanks for joining me on my YouTube channel. So today we're going to do a little bit of hot foiling with the Spellbinders Glimmer hot foil machine. We're also going to talk a little bit about some cover stock that I found and the results that I ended up with when using it for foiling. Now, the intention of this cardstock was not to foil. I was looking for something to use in my storage stamp pockets for my stamps and dies. And I knew I wanted something inexpensive, but I wanted something heavy. So I hopped over to the paper mill because that's where I buy my paper from. And I found this Blazer Digital White. This is actually printer paper. Well, they use it for invitations and stuff like that, printing on it. I found a ream of this for very cheap, less than 40 bucks for a ream. And the sheets are 18 by 12 inches. So I had them cut the sheets down. 200 sheets I had cut down. So I ended up with 800 panels to go inside my stamp pockets. I should never have to buy those again. And I ended up with excess left over, of course, from cutting down those panels. And they send that to you and it's bundled up in plastic, just like the pack you see here. And when I got it, I thought, how am I going to use this extra stuff? What do I want to do with it? I would not try to run this through a regular printer because it won't feed through. It's 130 pound. You're going to need a heavy duty printer for that. And I thought, well, one thing I could do with this is use it for die cutting words to create dimension behind my colored cardstock or whatever I was die cutting with. And I have done that and it works great for that. But today I thought, let's try hot foiling with this. I don't know why. I just said, you know what? Let's just try it and see what happens. The results were amazing. I was so happy. Here's what I think gave me the results. The finish of this cardstock is satin. And I think that plays a big role in how the foil takes to the cardstock. But I was so happy with the results that I had to come on and share it with you guys. So let's go ahead and foil 3 of these hearts. Now, this is the Glimmer Kit of the Month from January 2020, but it is available for purchase over on the Spellbinders website. And it came 5 plates and 4 cutting dies. I got the 3 little hearts there that you see me laying down. And then also it has some little borders for like envelopes. And then the dies are to actually cut out to make an envelope, and then you get the heart and then the word love in it. Now here, this is how my preferred method of hot foiling. What I do is I lay the paper down on my desk. I lay the foil down, shiny side up. The hot plate goes down with the design facing down to the foil, and then I just secure it in place with purple tape or a low tack tape, whatever you have. And then I'll flip it over and I'll lay it down on the machine. Go ahead and hit the timer, let it heat up, and then I'll transfer it over to the die cut machine. Go ahead, crank it through a couple of times, and then take it out and we'll remove the foil and you'll see the results here in just a second. Here's the results. I'm just going to carefully peel this back. Now on the red one, you see there's a little bit of overfoiling on the side, but that's because the piece of foil I used was a little bit too big. So I ended up with a little bit of overfoiling, no big deal. If you have overfoiling, you can just take an eraser and it'll come right off. And I also knew I was going to be die cutting these out, so I really wasn't too worried about that. So here's the results from the foiling that I did. So pretty. I'm addicted to it now because of this paper. So I really do think that it's the satin finish of the cardstock that is giving me these results, because I have never ever had results like this before until I tried this cardstock with this satin finish. And how funny is it that this was just inexpensive cardstock that I purchased to use as panels in my stamp pockets, and it ends up being perfect for hot foiling. Now, I do plan on ordering a couple of more sheets of this, samples of this, and lower or, lighter card weight. So 80 pound, 100 pound to give this a go. I really don't think that the weight of this cardstock is playing into the results. I'm 100% convinced that it's the satin finish that's given me the result. And the satin finish has this beautiful sheen to it. So I actually end up doing 2 more cards in just a few seconds with another kit I'm going to show you. And one of them is a 1-layer card on that satin finish cardstock, and it's so pretty. The sheen on it is just gorgeous. So real quick, I had already done a whole bunch of hot foiling of those little hearts and die cut those out. So I added square foam adhesives to the back of each one of them and then randomly placed them on a 4¼ by 5½ inch panel. Once I had them arranged, I'm just using my Tim Holtz scissors to go ahead, trim around the edges, cut them down, and then we'll glue this to a A2 card base. I do take my gold jelly roll pen and add some details to this, little tiny dots around the hearts and a little frame around the edge of the panel. I did add some little gold gem stickers, and I die cut the word love from the kit out of black cardstock and added to that. So this is the Have a Colorful Day kit. This is from September 2020. It's available in the Spellbinders shop as well. And I'm doing this directly to the cardstock so that I'll have just this panel to add to a black card base. So what I did was I went ahead and I foiled the outline of the rainbow with this gorgeous gold foil. And then I did each little band in red, purple, pink, and then gold. And then added the little sentiment from the kit over the rainbow for you. I thought that was so cute for Valentine's Day. And then I come in and I add a few little gem stickers to this as well. And then just glue it to an A2 black card base. And then the card on the right was the one that I was playing around with when I started using the paper. And I wanted to use it because the results were so amazing that I was like, I'm going to go ahead and make a card out of this. If you're looking for some cardstock that's going to give you amazing results when you're hot foiling, try a satin finish cardstock. I really do appreciate you guys joining me, and I hope you all have an amazing day. Take care.